When I was a student pilot, I got caught in weather I had no business being in. I was ferrying a Cessna 172 ahead of Hurricane Camille, and at first the sky looked manageable. But the turbulence started tossing that little airplane around like a leaf in a gale. A few minutes later, the storm began closing in faster than I could escape. Dark clouds were stacking up on the west and south, and the only opening I'd been aiming for to the north was disappearing. The cockpit suddenly felt very small, and the "I've got time" feeling turned into "I'm running out of options." I called Hattiesburg ATC and told them what I was in. They came back immediately. Divert to Hattiesburg Laurel. They had me on radar and told me to descend to 1,500 feet. At 1,500, the rain turned into a solid sheet. I could just make out the runway lights through the downpour. The runway looked more like a river than pavement, but ATC said there was no other traffic and cleared me for a straight-in approach. I kept the flaps at 20 degrees and flew it all the way down. When the wheels touched, I didn't use the brakes. I just let the airplane roll itself out on the flooded runway. Eventually, the Cessna slowed to a crawl, and ground control directed me to the parking area. I shut down, sat there for a moment with my hands shaking, and finally climbed out. Inside the FBO, they were waiting with hot coffee and a couple of attaboys. Any landing you can walk away from is a great landing, and that day, I earned mine.